Hello everyone, good morning. It's time to start the day. Grab your coffee, your favorite beverage, shine your light and light the way.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, and bells are already ringing. It is Wednesday, July 18th, 2025, and it's time for Good Morning Coffee and Talk. I'm Dolly. I love you already. Just had an avocado cream cheese and thinly sliced onion sandwich. Ooh, that sounds amazing. That sounds amazing. Good morning, Teresa. I am happy to see you. What did I have for breakfast? Oh, yes, I had a banana that I shared with Ruben. He gets about a quarter of the banana and I eat the rest. And I had two hard-boiled eggs. So protein and banana. That's what I had for breakfast. And coffee. Speaking of which, here we go. Yeah, I don't know if Nils is still hanging out here, but Nils did say hi earlier. That's Iron Wolf. Iron Wolf is Nils. But yeah, so it's been raining nonstop since about 10 o'clock last night. So we've gotten, well, when I checked earlier, it was 1.5 inches, and I think it's probably 1.6 or 1.7 inches now. But yeah, it is raining, and my internet was going in and out. So if something happens and you lose me, I'll try to jump on my phone. Don't go away. I got my phone right here ready to go. So yeah. So I feel like today might be a quiet day. I just got that feeling from Spirit this morning, that this feeling came over me during my morning meditation that said, don't be disappointed by anything that happens today. Just go with the flow. And I was like, okay, all right. I will go with the flow, Spirit. I will go with the flow. Oh, yes. And now you are building a castle with a moat. I certainly am. I need to put some fish in there. If that water stayed in there, I would totally do that. I'd be like, let's get some koi. Because it's deep. That drop is a foot. So it's at least a foot deep. So yeah, I do. I have a quiet heart. That's a good way of putting it, Katie. My heart is quiet. It's at peace. My heart is at peace. I'm not feeling any anxiety or stress from the world. It's actually, I feel very at peace. Yeah. Oh no. Teresa says, it's like the calm before the storm. I hope there's not a storm. I really do. I'm putting it out. I just, like I was telling Katie yesterday, when I'm meditating, I am pushing all the love and kindness and peace that I can push out into the universe to try to do my part in quelling the storm, But like I've been saying all along, we're in the fourth turning. Things are coming to a head, just like they did the last time we were in a fourth turning, which was during World War II. Okay, so things are kind of, looks like it's going in that direction. I hope not. But just like after World War II, what evolves out of this muck that we're having to trudge through right now, I'm hoping is going to be something beautiful, Like in my Sunday reading, one of the cards was, I forget what it was, emergence. It was emergence, and there was this fern that was kind of curled up, and then next to it was a fern that was completely unfurled. It just, how ferns are. Ferns start off as that little curlicue, and then they just kind of emerge into this beautiful plant. I feel like we are starting to open. Like, this is where we're at right now, as part of the fourth turning. We're just about to open up and emerge out of this. So let's try to keep our, keep the fear. Don't be afraid is what I'm trying to say. Don't be afraid. We're going to survive this. Teresa says, it was great seeing all the protesters show that there's more us than them. What we need, Teresa, is for all those people who come out in droves, anytime there is something to protest about, Democrats / independents are so good at like getting up and getting out and getting out there and protesting and banging their drums and talking through their bullhorns and carrying their signs. They're amazing at that, but they suck at getting out to vote. I don't know what happens. Or it's completely a ruse, we might have had some sort of situation where the election was actually stolen, and I hate saying that because that was their excuse when Dump lost the last time, it was rigged. I really do feel like it's kind of rigged. I mean, how can stadiums be filled with people and us lose? I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying. But Elon Musk has a lot of little boys who know a lot about computers, and who knows what happened. That's all I'm saying. Okay. For entertainment purposes only. All right. Katie says, we need to vote in like kind. Yes, 100%. I just remembered all of the natural calming herbs and amino acids that I put in my latest batch of sea moss gel. Yeah, that's probably helping, Katie, for sure. Fatima, good morning. Good morning, Fatima. It's good to see you. I was just praying earlier. I was praying for you. I was praying for your husband. I was praying for your son. Oh, it's such a blessing to be able to pray for our friends. That's like, out of all the things in the world that we have available to us from Spirit, that is like something that really, I feel so grateful to have that privilege that we can actually talk to the divine and, put our wants and needs out there and actually get some responses. So I really appreciate being able to do that. Hello. How are you today, Sin? Hello, everybody. I'm still waking up. Read until 3 a.m. Ooh, what are you reading? Inquiring minds want to know. All of the down ticket is blue, but they voted for Dumpy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know. I don't know what the heck. I do not know what the heck, honestly. Honestly. I'm going to drink some coffee. But it was super encouraging to see all the people coming out to protest on Sunday. I felt genuinely grateful for that show, for that display of resistance, I watched maybe yesterday, or was it yesterday or was it Monday, that I went back and I watched like the replay of some of the parade, and I just got this feeling like every time they put the camera on Dump, I was like, he looks like a little boy who's never seen a parade, who's always wanted to see a parade and never saw a parade. Maybe he's never saw a parade. I don't know, but yeah. I thought it was weird. Okay, Fatima said, so they put the surgery for my son back on for June 26th. Let me write that down. June 26th. And he has kidney stones, correct? That he can't pass. For kidney stones. Okay, got it. All right, that will be, we will pray hard on the 26th. We will pray hard. Teresa misses Harrison Waltz. I do too. I mean, their message was super positive. It was uplifting. It felt good for the country, you know. It really did. Had to look up on my Kindle. Reading Sacrifice by Helen Dunn, which is reminding me of Mists of Avalon. Ooh, I might like that then. All right, what did I missed the squeak? I love the squeaky tank. Well, you know what? If you're like 50 tons rolling on a hard surface, you'd be squeaking too, I'm thinking. I know I would be squeaking. It is the day after your 42nd wedding anniversary. Holy cow. That is amazing. That is amazing. Rick and I hit 31 this year, and I'm like, out of all my friends, Rick and I are like the ones that lasted. You know what I mean? So, and that's because we completely ignore each other all the time. That's the key to a good marriage. I kid. Good morning. How are you, Kaylee? It is good to see you. We're lifting each other up today. We're talking about love, and we're going to talk about love and light. And I don't know, you guys, okay, in the description of the video here for the live stream, I put a link to Shanita's video from yesterday. Everybody should watch this. Everybody should watch this. She basically talks about our sacred homecoming. You know, basically, she talks about, in a nutshell, okay, she talks about how kids are born into this world as little beings of light. You know, we're fast to forgive. We heal easily. We don't dwell on things for any amount of time. You know, we just exist and love and live and laugh as these little beings of light. And as we get older, it's like we forget we're beings of light. We forget this, and we allow things to come in that are dark, like fear, paranoia, regret, you know, all these darker emotions that kind of mask the light. They don't put the light out. They don't put the light out. It's kind of like putting a blanket over a battery operated lantern. You know what I mean? The light's still shining underneath there, but there's a blanket on top of it now. And what we as beings of light, as people who are spiritual, what we need to do is we need to remember to take that blanket off and remember that we're beings of light. Remember that we need to forgive, that we need to heal quickly, you know, that we need to not let the things of the past affect us now. You know, emotionally or in our heads, we need to be beings of light, you know. And the more of us who are beings of light, who are forgiving and who are just doing our part in this world, the more light is going to shine and things are going to get better, you know. I truly do believe that, and her video just touched my heart today. You know, so please go and show Shanita some love and go and watch that video and leave her a comment. I mean, I know she'd really appreciate it. And I know that you guys will appreciate hearing her message. It was a channeled message from Spirit, and it was very good. So, yes. Yes, kidney stones are super painful. Ugh. I had gallbladder stones. I had so many they were falling out of they were ripping through my gallbladder. So I had to have my gallbladder removed. I had something like 360 something stones in my gallbladder. It was terrible. Terrible. Way too much fatty foods. Okay, exhausted. Just got back from a holiday, but jet lag is kicking your butt. Oh no. Yeah, jet lag is no fun. For sure. Every time I go and spend any amount of time on the West Coast, when I come back, I experience that. I just go through the jet lag, and it takes a few days for me to balance my clock out again. I had the surgery for kidney stones, but it is different for men. I feel for him. Yeah, it is different for men. Yeah. Oh, Fatima, you've been through that too, huh? Gallbladder surgery. A gallbladder attack is probably the most painful thing I've ever experienced in my life. It was awful. I've never had any children, but a friend of mine who did have a child said that her gallbladder pain was worse than childbirth. So I'm wondering. It was pretty terrible. It was pretty terrible. But I got through it. So in the last 10 years, I've had my gallbladder out. I've had a hysterectomy, and I had cancer. I had 2 wrist surgeries. I had shoulder surgery, and I had knee surgery. I think I got them. Oh, yeah. Did I say wrists? Both my wrists. Yeah. So I had a lot of surgeries. I own a wing at the hospital now. The stones, that is. The stones are more painful than childbirth? Oh, no. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. I mean, I was literally in a fetal position, curled up going, oh, I'm dying. Call 911, to Rick and to Chrissy. I'm like, something's happening. Something's wrong. I don't know what's happening. Oh, good morning, Kat. How are you? Good to see you. Good morning. Good morning. We're just talking about painful surgeries. Because we're bringing more light and love into the world, we are talking about surgeries. It's good to talk about stuff like that, because that stuff, that's painful. It's painful. Surgery is painful, and recovery is painful and frustrating, And that, I am so grateful. I am so grateful to all of the people who reached out to me as I was recovering, especially from this knee surgery, which was off. The knee surgery took its toll on my state of mental being. I really got depressed, and it was all you guys reaching out and making me laugh every week that really got me through that. So thank you very much for that. Kat is dealing with arthritis pain everywhere from the floating ribs down. Ugh. That sucks. Arthritis sucks. Ugh, I hate it. I'll tell you, when they did my knee surgery, the pre-surgery and post-surgery pictures are crazy. Because in the pre-surgery pictures, like the underside of my knee, in the joint, looked like there was all these hairs hanging down. It was the creepiest thing. It made me go oogly, 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 because it was like, bleh. But there was all these crazy hairs hanging down, and the after surgery, it's all gone. And I was looking at the pictures, and I'm like, what was that? And she was like, oh, that was arthritis, but we cleaned it up. We did that in your shoulder too. I'm like, you did? So she brings up the shoulder pictures, and sure enough, there was all these hairs hanging down. And then they got rid of it. So, I don't know why, but that just freaks me out. Oh my gosh. I'm having issues with not seeing the chat. So if you guys I can see the chat on my phone, but here I'm having a hard time, it's not keeping up. Good morning, Kelly. Hi, everyone. I'm out in car, but wanted to say hi, and I love you all. We love you too, Kelly. We love you so much. I appreciate you. Kat says, between the lumbar scoliosis and the hips, I pretty much scream in pain whenever I have to roll over in bed. Oh, yeah, that's not fun. That's how it was with my, for so long with my knee. It was anytime I couldn't roll over. It got to the point where I couldn't roll over, and because I couldn't roll over, my hips started to hurt. So I had to sleep with a pillow between my legs, and that's not fun or natural. Yes. Yes. Janet P. Oh, Janet. Hi, how are you? I haven't seen you in a bit. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're okay. We love you. I'm very happy to see you. Kelly's journey is listening as she's driving. Yes, please don't pay attention. Don't try to type and drive. That's not good. Unless somebody else is driving, then you could type away. Yeah, I wonder, can I show you guys? I can't because I'm using my phone to monitor the chat because something happened with our internet today. It like went completely out and then it came back on and then it was out, and then it came back on and then it was out. Then Rick rebooted the router and then nothing would connect. And then he rebooted the router again and everything connected. So I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's because of the rain. I mean, we got at least, I'm going to say 1.6, 1.7 inches of rain so far. It's just been nuts. All right. Crazy. Hey, let me read an affirminator. Affirminator. Woo. And the next card in line says, love. Love is a many-splendored thing. Today I will notice and appreciate at least 3 of those splendors. Like the fact that puppies make me feel like a parent. Or the surge of self-congratulation I feel when I sink a 3-point trash basket shot on the first try. That never happens for me. Oh, how about the chills I get when singing along to insert your favorite song right here. So it is about love, which is great because love, that looks terrible. Why is that not focusing? Focus. Well, anyways, there is a parakeet and it is singing to its best friend with a microphone. That's what you're seeing. I don't know what's happening with the camera. It's one of those days. Is Mercury in retrograde? Someone quick check. Oh. Are you glitching like Muskrat? Am I glitching? Oh. Fatima's TV froze this morning. Are you guys getting crazy rain up there too? In Toronto? Because sometimes the weather that we have first comes up to you second. So I'm wondering if you're getting the wild rain. It's unbelievable. There was like thunder and lightning in the distance last night. It never actually like hit us. But man, was it raining. I mean, I'm like, oh, great. Now the whole, we're building this garage. The whole garage is covered in Tyvek, but not the roof of the garage, right? That's not covered with shingles or anything. It's just wood. And I'm like, is that going to get messed up now because it's being rained on? I don't know. I hope not. Oh, Janet is getting lots of rain in Kentucky. Oh, I bet. I was looking at the radar this morning. I saw that there was rain in that area. And the rain is going to Fatima later today. Kat says, nope, Mercury is direct right now, but it's coming up July 17th. Okay. Well, that's good to know. I'll have to keep that in mind. Not that that doesn't frighten me. I'm not like I don't have the Mercury in retrograde superstition that some people have. I just know to be cautious on certain things during that time. But with all the electronic stuff that was going haywire today, I was just like, what's going on? Why is this happening? All right, so everybody needs to get together and we need to email Katie some rain, okay, at rainfortucson@gmail.com because she needs some rain. 111. Oh my goodness. And 114 tomorrow. That is nuts. We're supposed to get into the hundreds over the weekend, which is pretty hot for us, considering that just 2 days ago, it was 49 degrees at night. Welcome to Wisconsin. Come smell our dairy air. Wait, what? Anyways, we're supposed to get rain this weekend right in time for my trailer park's community rummage sale. Oh, come on. All right, we all need to pray that Kat's rummage sale goes off without a hitch, that the rain holds out until they shut it down for the day. 72, that's perfect. That's actually what we've got right now here too. We've got 72 degrees right now and raining, and it's still raining, you guys. Is it? Oh no, it might have actually stopped now. I hope it's done for the day. I want to be able to walk today. Needless to say, Katie says, I am sitting here enjoying you guys with very little clothing on. I don't know why that struck me as so funny, but you cracked me up, Katie. Oh, and the cat's all stretched out in front of the fan. It was 85 this morning at 5:30 a.m. Yikes. All right, Cat. Cat is sending some good old Oregon rain. Thank you. Okay, so it's raining in Maine. So the rain in Maine falls mainly in Maine. So please send that to Katie. Everybody send your rain to Katie. I apparently already did because it stopped. So, oh my gosh, you guys are making me laugh so hard. My eyes are literally teared up. Thank you for that. Oh. Unbelievable. The raining in Maine falls mainly in Maine. I amuse myself. Don't mind me. Katie says, thank you, Kat. I miss my Oregon soakers. Yeah. I mean, I enjoy the rain. I like when we get spring rain and after maybe a hot stretch of weather, getting a nice cool rainstorm, but we've already gotten 16 inches plus 16 inches of rain so far this year in Wisconsin, and we are saturated. We are saturated, but it's always good to get the topsoil watered, right? But our lake is not in any, our lake is very full right now. Kat says it's 72 degrees now, but it's supposed to be 60 Saturday. Oh, interesting. So you're going to have a little cold front come through. Katie says, my great-grandfather will deliver the Maine rain. He was born in Portland. I had a roommate who was born in Portland, and now she lives in New Mexico. As the week goes, yes, same here. Same here. It's going to get hot and humid. Hot and humid. And you know where I'll be? Not outside. Or if I am outside, I'll be on our back porch. Our back porch faces the east. So once the sun is up over the house, it's in the shade, so in the evenings, it's nice and cool under the gazebo. I'm 30 miles south of Portland. Oh, neat. East Coaster. East Coaster. How do the people in Maine talk? I don't know. I live in Maine. No, I don't know. I don't know how people in Maine talk. They don't talk like the Amish. Only the Amish in Maine talk like the Amish from Maine. 30 miles south of Portland. Okay. I am in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And we are greener this year than I've ever seen it. Well, than I've seen it in 10 years at least. We kind of had like a 10-year dry spell where we weren't getting much rain at all. But this year, all that's been thrown out the window. It is raining all the time here all of a sudden. And all we want to do is finish our garage. I am so tired of living in a house that has like tires and car repair stuff everywhere, and like all of our camping gear and lawn furniture and everything is all in the house right now. And it's like we have paths in the basement. We have a path to like the laundry room, and every room has extra stuff in it. Even this room, like if you could see on the floor behind me there, I have all kinds of boxes and stuff. I don't know if you guys can see that past my body, but I got all kinds of boxes and stuff all over the floor, stuff that needs to go back out into the garage. Oy vey, let me tell you. Oh. Cat is 100 miles south of the other Portland. So we've got, the Portlands on both coasts, right? And Cat says, meow, 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 ha, 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 meow, 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 ha, ha, meow, meow. That was nice. That was nice, Cat. Oh, I messed up my camera. I'm using my other camera today. I'm not using the camera on my computer. I feel like it's a little more clear. But not when I'm holding up cards. Like, let me just hold up a card here. Infinite possibilities. And I didn't realize this ahead of time, that it was going to not focus for whatever reason. So I'll just have to, I'll use my upper cam if and when I do some readings here. Which we can do. We can absolutely do. Oh! We got 2 new books, you guys, from the Nazi propaganda warehouse. We got Surviving Middle School. The Kid's Guide to Surviving Middle School. Now, the thing is, I feel like these were like created for people who do homeschooling. So what middle school are they talking about? But I haven't even looked at this yet, but it looks pretty benign. This is pretty benign. Super skills for surviving middle school. Avoid gossip and drama. Make new friends. Know the rules. All pretty benign. And then in that same ilk, we have the Kid's Guide to Making Friends. And look at all the happy Republican children on the front of this magazine. All these little entitled brats. Oh, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that. This one looks pretty benign, too. There's not much. I don't see anything in here that's like, make friends like Trump, or anything like that. Yeah, it's all pretty benign. But see, it's insidious how they can take something like this, Kid's Guide to Making Friends, but then, show us things like the Kid's Guide to Making Money. The Kid's Guide to Israel. So, you know, Project 2025 had this whole thing planned with Israel a while ago, because why would they be putting this out? You know what I'm saying? Why don't we have a Kid's Guide to England, or a Kid's Guide to Germany, or a Kid's Guide to Norway or Sweden or Finland or Spain, Portugal? We just have the Kid's Guide to Israel. Kid's Guide to the Armed Forces. So they were showing their hands. Project 2025 has been showing their hands for the entirety of their existence. But the indoctrination of children really bothers me. I don't know about you guys, but it really bothers me. Oh, all right. Let me go back here. I did miss your post, Teresa. I apologize. Let's see. I got Kat here. There is an entry in the SCP Foundation wiki called The Three Portlands. It's a time-space anomaly where Portland, UK, Portland, Maine, and Portland, Oregon occupy the same location. Ooh. Kelly says, I'm in line at the drive-up pharmacy, so I'm catching up on the chat. Oh my God, Teresa. What did I miss? Is it this? We're talking about Koru. All right, let me go down. I saw it now. All right. Your tax dollars at work, right? It was crazy what happened in the New York City mayor debate, R.E. Israel. You know, I didn't see that. I'm going to have to look that up. Okay. Catching up. My brother signed me up for all that crap. He's a rumper. Oh, so you're getting it too. I don't know who signed me up. Nobody's come forward to tell me, hey, I did that, you know, but I'm still getting them and I'm keeping them. Because when people say, oh, that's not happening, I'm going to pull these out and I'm going to be like, look, okay? For real. So sad they want to bring kids to the world and send them off to get killed, right? Then they call themselves Christians. That's horrible. I agree with you. I agree I agree with you. And my heart goes out to Christians who have figured this out. All right? My heart goes out to all the Christians that are saying right now, Jesus would not be okay with any of this. You know? It really does. I'm scared to death that we're going to get dragged into World War III, and this time we'll be on the bad guy side. I hope not. I hope we don't get dragged into a war, and I hope that we're not on the bad guy side, you know. But like I was saying earlier, we are in the fourth turning here, so turnings tend to end with war here in the United States. All we can do is just continuously, you know, put out to the universe that mindset of peace, pray for peace, you know. For me, I could talk to Tyr and I could say, listen, this is not something that we want to see right now. We do not want to see this, you know. But and I have no problem with the military. I love the United States military, all the branches, even Space Force, because these people are willing to sacrifice their lives for the greater good of this country, you know. And it makes me sad that they're being put in a position where they're not really fighting for our country. They're not fighting for us. They're fighting for domination over countries that we can exploit. And I just don't feel like that's good karma for America. You know what I mean? I could be wrong. Jesus did not teach, do as I want, or we will go to war over money and God. Right. Thank you, Katie. That is so well said. What Dumpy has been doing is blasphemy because he is a world leader. Otherwise, he's just another scam artist who sells Bibles from the pulpit and he's never opened one. Right. Same. I don't know that Russia right now would get involved with any kind of a war because they've lost so many people and so many resources in the Ukraine. I'm not sure that they would want to be fighting a two-front war against Ukraine and us and Israel, so I don't know that Putin is going to do that, but China might. So anyways, Ringo Starr's birthday is July 7th. He does a peace and love message on that day. He asks everyone to send a peace and love message out at noon their time. Well, we're going to definitely do that. July 7th. I'm going to write that down. That's good. That's a good positive. July 7th. Send out peace at noon. That's Ringo. Ringo's thing. Cool. I love Ringo Starr. And that's Cat's birthday. Yeah, thank you for sharing that, Janet. I really appreciate that. That's a good positive. And I feel like, if you guys meditate, if you pray, I think that prayer for peace should be a daily occurrence for us now. Not only for peace in the world, but peace within ourselves. Do you guys know about Jinshin? How do you say it? Jinshin Jitsu? I might be saying it wrong. Anyways, I learned that like when you find yourself like overwhelmed with anger energy, like pissed off anger energy, you should like hold your middle finger and over your heart and just hold it there and say, I release the anger. I forgive who needs to be forgiven. And you just hold it there and you kind of go through that as a mantra. And within 5 minutes, you're going to feel better. I don't know how it works, but it really does work. So I learned that. And if you guys know Juno, she talks about Shinjitsu all the time. And I have been like learning things about it and putting it into my book because I'm finding that these pressure points, along with like a clear message behind, that you're putting out into the universe as part of it, really does help to, like, one finger is for healing, one is to release anger, one is for depression, and once you start learning these things and practicing it, it really does work. I'm not even kidding you. Let's see. Let me go back up. Google it to make sure of the day. Okay, I will do that. Kelly's birthday is June. My birthday, or your birthday, was June 7th. The twins is May 7th. Oh, so 7s are like a thing in your family. So, yeah, July 7th. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Kelly says, I've been so heartbroken over the increased suffering. Yeah, me too. Big time. Big time. But that's why it's so important for us to shine our light. We have to remember that we are beings of light. We are beings of light first. We were beings of light before we even came into this world. Okay. And we need to remember that. The whole world needs to remember that. The skin bag is only part of the story. right? Okay, I'm going down here. Going down the list. He will be 84. Wow. And he's still drumming away and performing. That's cool. He's remarkable. So it just goes to show all those drugs in the 60s were fine. They're fine. All right. It's 10:41. Who wants a little reading? Who wants a card? I'm feeling it today. I'm going to be, let me get these shuffled here. Angels protect us. Spirits of the land, our home surround us. Ancestors, give us wisdom. Please give us a message for anybody who wants a reading. Please and thank you. And I love you. All right, I see Teresa wants one. Let me go up the list here. Teresa wants one. I got you starred. Kat would like one. Okay, I got you starred. We'll bring up this other camera. We've got the camera cam. All right. Fatima. All right. Fatima. I keep getting your name wrong, Fatima, and I need to apologize. It's just I had a friend named Fatima, and so that always like sticks in my head. Fatima. All right. Spirit, what message would you like to give Teresa today, please? And thank you. Oh, and this deck is the Sisterhood of Seers Oracle by Athena Laz. Do you see that? By Athena Laz. It's a beautiful deck. It's one of my new ones. Okay, Kelly wants one too. Okay. All right. Okay, Spirit, sorry. We have fierce positivity. Can you see that? Fierce positivity. And I love that this card is depicted, I love that the fierce positivity is depicted by sunflowers. Sunflowers are so resilient and unapologetically bright and sunny. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's what the fierce positivity is. Despite what's going on around us, we have to remember, like I was saying before, that we are beings of light, and our behavior and how we interact with the world is noticed. So practicing fierce positivity means not getting caught up in anything that might that you might linger on, any negativity that you might linger on, or fear or anger, or these emotions that sometimes we allow to get the best of us. So I feel like what Spirit is saying to you, Teresa, is just stay focused on the positive. Remember that everything that is happening is coming to a head, and us as beings of light, we're going to carry the future forward. So stay fiercely positive. Even when it's hard, clap your hands, say stop with the anger, stop with the fear. Remember, you are a being of light. Okay. That's what I'm getting for Spirit for you. Okay. And then I'm going to pull that card out, and we are going to shuffle the cards. And I'm going to now give a card to Cat. Ooh. All right, Spirit. Oh my gosh, I cannot shuffle. Okay, Spirit, let's give a message to Cat. Our sweet friend Cat. That's the one. We got a sacred pause. A sacred pause. Oh, I love that that's depicted by a seahorse. What I'm feeling from this card, Cat, is a reminder. It's a reminder. It's a reminder for you to step back when you need to. You know, don't feel like you have to be strong all the time or happy all the time or perfect all the time. You don't have to be. Okay. So when you feel yourself feeling the strains of this need for perfection, take a sacred pause, step back, breathe, and allow spirit to flow through you. You know, allow that light to flow through you. You know, you are your hardest critic, and you're harder on yourself than anybody else that's out there. And you need to give yourself a break. Give yourself a break. Allow yourself to take that pause, to ground, to get reconnected, and just take some time for you. Okay. And it's okay to do that. And I know that sometimes when people are swarming around you and they need you for this and they need you for that and they need you for this and they need you for that, it's hard to remember to take that sacred pause. But please do. Please take a sacred pause for yourself. Set healthy boundaries, because it's okay to do that. Okay. And if people around you don't understand that, well, they're going to have to learn. Okay. Because you got to take care of you before you take care of anybody else. You got to be okay first. Okay. So that's what I'm getting from Spirit for you. Whew. Seahorses are amazing, aren't they? I love seahorses too. I think they're a really neat creature, and I'm pretty sure that they're from outer space. All right, Fatima. All right, Spirit, what message do you have for Fatima today? What message? Oh, one of the messages is, Dali, you need to learn how to shuffle better. I can't. I got little tiny squirrel hands. And these cards are big. This is a beautiful deck, too, you guys. I highly recommend. It's gorgeous. And the images are very, for me at least, the images are very connecting, that connect me to Spirit very quickly. So I like that. All right, Fatima. That's the one. All right. Joy in the in-between. Joy in the in-between. Oh, that's neat. And it's depicted by a butterfly, a beautiful purple butterfly, and a rose that isn't quite open yet. It's not completely sealed tight shut like a bud, but it's not all the way open like a fully blooming rose. It's in between. It's in between. And what I feel like Spirit is saying is, you've got a lot on your plate right now, obviously, with your husband, your son, yourself, you've got a lot on your plate right now. But I feel like Spirit is saying, in between those moments of madness or those moments of concern or worry, make sure that you're taking time, almost like with Kat, to step back and just have a sacred pause. Find the joy in between those times. Always look for the joy. Always look for the joy. And I feel like sometimes we forget to look for the joy, or we don't give ourselves permission to feel joy, especially if we're going through something big. But it is okay to give yourself permission to feel joy. My Zen master, when I was still going to the Zen school, she was a hospice nurse. And she used to talk about how as family members would come in to be with their loved ones in the final moments, there was often like lots of laughter occurring in the room around the person. Now, some of that is just like a nervous release. Somebody tells a little joke, everybody laughs. But some of it too was just finding joy in the moment and giving that joy as a gift to the person who was about to pass on. So when you find that joy in between, you're a lot of times affecting the other people around you too with your joy, in a positive way. So always, always look for that joy, Fatima, okay? Even when things are hard, look for that joy. I know you do. I really do. But Spirit might just be reminding us of that, because you are going through something heavier, You've got a lot on your plate right now. But yeah, take time for joy, for sure. Okay, so next we have Kelly. Kelly's journey. Kelly's journey. Oh, here. Kelly, I apologize. I'm not like looking at the chat right now because I'm kind of focusing in on this, but it's the Sisterhood of the Seers Oracle by Athena Laz. And Hay House does have this deck, Sisterhoods of the Seers Oracle by Athena Laz. So, yeah, it's a cool deck. I really like it. All right, now, Kelly. Here you go. All right, Spirit, what message do you want to give to Kelly today? Please and thank you. That's the one. Call back your power. Call back your power. That's awesome. That's lightning. A deep forest. It's like pure energy. Call back your power. And I feel like Spirit is saying, hey, Kelly, you're actually doing that. You're actually calling back your power. You're feeling better. Life is probably slowly but surely starting to return to some sense of normal. And, Spirit's saying, continue down that path. Continue calling your power back. Realize that maybe your power won't look exactly like it did prior to you getting sick. But what is evolving out of this, the power that you're going to be able to harness and use, will be the most beneficial power that you've ever experienced. So stay with that. Stay with that energy, that healing energy, that love and light energy. Stay with that and don't let it go, because it is going to bring you to something greater. What's coming out of this for you is, and I'm sure you know this already, I mean, you can't go through something like what you went through and not experience life from a different perspective, right? So I think that you already know that your power is changing and your power is going to be something great. But But yeah, call it back. Call it back because it's yours for the taking, is what Spirit is saying. You're ready. Okay? Which is great. I want to see what's going to come from you. I would love to see that. Is it the Summer Hay House Club? I believe it was the spring. I think it was the spring one. Kelly says, beautiful art. Yes, I think so too. All right, I'm going to just go down the list here. Yeah, for sure. I love that. New Path Totem. Yeah. Yeah. What? A seahorse could totally be a New Path Totem, 100%. Any sea creature can be. Especially if you feel like you have like a strong draw to like Lemuria or even Atlantis, I suppose, but Lemuria specifically, if you feel like a strong draw towards like seahorses or dolphins or sharks or even jellyfish, octopus, squid, when you feel like those strong draws towards those as totem animals, a lot of times I think that you might have had a connection to Lemuria or maybe Atlantis, but yeah. Okay, so the name of the deck again, just in case you guys didn't catch it, is the Sisterhood of the Seers Oracle by Athena Laz. And this is what the cover looks like with this pretty lady right here. Sisterhood of the Seers Oracle. I'm very happy with this deck. Very, very happy. Was anybody else ask for a card? Yes. Wow, Katie. Yeah. That in between, those in between times are so important. It's the space between breaths. And that is the space that we connect to spirit most fully, So yeah, I totally feel you on that. It is not on Amazon, just checked. Yeah, I know that it's from Hay House. This one came from Hay House. And you got to just keep watching because Hay House sometimes has these remarkable sales where like every deck is $9.99 and stuff like that. So just check back with them now and then. I'm going to use my power to help those who need it most. Oh, Kelly. Ooh, that choked me up. Ooh, you touched my heart. Oh, my. Oh, Kelly, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. I'm seriously into the mythical seahorse. I use that as a symbol for my old bakery business. Oh, neat. So that was the perfect thing for you. It's like standing in the wall of a portal to be standing in the in-between. Yeah. Yeah, where you're seeing both sides, seeing the 3D world and eternity. Yeah, for sure. Okay. It is 11:04. Yeah, 11:04. 11:04. Sorry, it's 11:04. You just came in time for me to say goodbye. Oh, you're driving. Okay, we give you a pass. We give you a pass because you're driving. Please don't try to text and drive. We love you, Leah. I'm so happy that you at least stopped in to say hey. That's awesome. But yeah, I'm going to end the stream now. And I hope that you all have an amazing rest of your week, and just take care of yourselves and stay positive. Remember, you're beings of light, you're beings of love, and we'll get through this. We'll get through it, you guys. We will. You know why? Because we're badass. That's why. Yeah, Ruben is calling me. Did you hear him? He went. My mom taught him that. I don't know if you can hear me through the wall. But anyways, I hope that you all have a great day, and I love you, and you all take care. And I will see you guys again soon. I don't know if Sonia has a live stream this week, but you can always check with Coffee Chat Oracle on Fridays at 10:30 Central Standard Time. Katie will have her Saturday solutions up on Saturday, and I'll have a Sunday video up. And let's just all just keep connected and keep lifting each other up. Okay, we got to do it, because if we don't do it for each other, nobody is going to do it, so we gotta take care of this ourselves. All right. Okay, thanks everybody. Let me remove this. I love you. Mwah. All right, bye-bye.
Thank you for coming to my show. I'll see you all next time. You all rock. Dolly loves you. Dance around the room. It's time to go. Why are you still here? Dolly needs to stand pretend a nap. I'll see you next time. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for coming. I'll see you next time. Have a great day. Thank you for coming to my show. I'll see you all next time. You all rock. Dolly loves you. All rock. Dolly loves you. Dance the room. It's time to go. Why are you still here? Dolly, you still here? Have a great day.